Cats have this reputation, right? Like they are these cool, mysterious little creatures who do not need anyone. They walk around the house like they pay the rent, barely acknowledging our existence. Independent, confident, totally unbothered. At least that is what it looks like on the outside. But here is the thing a lot of people do not realize. Underneath that chill, slightly smug vibe is a surprisingly sensitive animal. Cats are constantly watching us, listening, picking up on our tone, our habits, even our moods. They may act like tiny roommates with attitude, but emotionally, they are paying attention to everything we do. And sometimes without even realizing it, cat owners develop everyday habits that can quietly hurt their feline friends. Not in a dramatic way. Your cat is not going to file a complaint or sit you down for a talk. Instead, the impact shows up in subtle ways. A cat that becomes distant, anxious, jumpy, or less affectionate. And the wild part? Most of these habits come from people who absolutely adore their cats. That is why today we are diving into 7 everyday things that might be hurting your cat emotionally even if you love them like crazy. Some of these will surprise you because they seem small, almost harmless. But to a cat, they can mean a lot more than we think. Let us talk about number 7. Ignoring your cat's personal petting map. If you have ever been petting a cat and suddenly got smacked with a paw out of nowhere, you know exactly what I am talking about. 1 second everything is sweet and peaceful. The next second your cat is like, "Alright buddy, that's enough." Cats have specific areas where they enjoy being touched. Think of it like their personal map of comfort zones. For most cats, safe spots include the cheeks, under the chin, the base of the ears, and sometimes the top of the head. These areas are loaded with scent glands, so when you pet them there, it feels good and helps them spread their scent. But other spots like the belly, the tail, or the lower back can be super sensitive. Some cats tolerate it, some cats hate it, and some will immediately go into ninja defense mode if you touch there. The tricky part is that every cat is different. What one cat loves, another cat might absolutely despise. And their preferences can change over time. A kitten that loved belly rubs might grow into an adult who says, "Yeah, we're not doing that anymore." The key is learning your cat's signals. If their tail starts flicking, their ears rotate backward, or their body stiffens, that is your cue to back off. Respecting those boundaries builds trust. Your cat learns that you are paying attention, that you are not going to push them past their comfort zone. And when cats trust you like that, they often become even more affectionate. Now number 6, not respecting their space. Cats are incredibly territorial creatures. Their home is not just a place to live, it is their entire universe. Within that universe, they have specific zones that feel safe. Maybe it is the top of the wardrobe. Maybe it is a cardboard box under the table. Maybe it is a quiet corner of the couch or the space under your bed. Those areas are more than just cozy nap spots. They are emotional reset zones. When a cat retreats there, it is usually because they want to relax, decompress, or simply observe the world without being bothered. But humans sometimes make the mistake of following them there. We see them curled up looking adorable and think, "Ah, let me scoop you up." From a cat's perspective, that can feel like their safe bubble just got popped. Imagine trying to relax in your bedroom and someone keeps walking in to poke you every 5 minutes. Eventually you would get annoyed too. The rule is simple. If your cat retreats to their safe spot, let them be. When they are ready for interaction again, they will come back out. Giving cats control over their space makes them feel secure, and a secure cat is a happy cat. Now let us get into number 5. Punishing or scolding your cat. This one surprises a lot of people. When a cat scratches the couch or jumps on the kitchen counter, the first reaction many owners have is frustration. Maybe they yell. Maybe they clap loudly. Some people even spray water at the cat thinking it will teach them a lesson. The problem is cats do not connect punishment to their behavior the way humans expect them to. If you yell at your cat, they do not think, "Oh, I shouldn't have scratched the couch." Instead they think, "Whoa, the human just became scary." That moment damages trust instantly. Instead of understanding the rule, your cat simply learns that sometimes you are unpredictable and loud. That is not exactly the vibe you want with an animal that shares your home. The better approach is redirection. If your cat scratches furniture, place a scratching post nearby and encourage them to use it. If they jump on counters, look at why. Maybe they smell food, maybe they are curious, maybe they just want a high perch. Solve the root cause instead of punishing the symptom. Positive reinforcement works way better with cats. Reward the behavior you want. Ignore or gently redirect the behavior you do not. Over time, your cat learns the house rules without fear entering the relationship. And honestly, life with a cat is way more peaceful that way. Now number 4, loud noises and yelling. Cats have incredibly sensitive hearing. In fact, they can detect higher frequencies than humans or dogs. That means the world can sound way louder to them than it does to us. Slamming doors, blasting music, yelling across the house. Even the constant roar of a loud TV can stress them out. To a cat, sudden loud noise signals potential danger. Their instincts tell them something might be wrong. If this happens often, some cats start living in a state of low-level anxiety. You might notice them hiding more, jumping at small sounds, or grooming excessively as a stress response. Creating a calmer environment can make a massive difference. That does not mean you have to live like a monk in total silence, but being mindful of volume helps. And if your home sometimes gets loud, giving your cat a quiet room or safe area where they can retreat is a huge relief for them. Number 3 is ignoring their attempts to communicate. Cats do not speak human language, but they absolutely communicate with us all the time. Meowing, chirping, slow blinking, rubbing against your legs, dropping toys at your feet, these are all messages. And here is something fascinating. Adult cats rarely meow at each other. They mostly meow at humans. That means when your cat is meowing at you, they are basically trying to start a conversation. Maybe they are saying, "Hey, I'm hungry." Maybe it is, "Play with me." Maybe it is just, "I missed you, dude." When we constantly ignore those signals, cats can feel brushed off. But when we respond even with something simple like talking back or making eye contact, they feel acknowledged. One of the sweetest forms of cat communication is the slow blink. If your cat looks at you and slowly closes their eyes, it is basically the cat version of saying, "I trust you." If you slow blink back, many cats will respond immediately. It is a quiet little bonding moment that feels almost magical once you notice it. Number 2, forcing social interaction. Cats like control. A lot of it. Especially when it comes to social situations. When strangers visit, some cats are curious and friendly. Others would rather disappear into another dimension until the guests leave. And that is completely normal. Forcing a cat to interact with new people, holding them while someone pets them, carrying them into a crowded room, pushing them toward another pet can create serious stress. Cats rely heavily on scent and observation when deciding if something is safe. They need time to watch from a distance first. If they decide to approach, that is their choice. Letting cats control those interactions builds confidence. Forcing it can do the opposite. And finally, number 1, overpowering smells. A cat's world is driven by scent. Their nose is incredibly sensitive, and they use smell to understand their environment. Strong perfumes, scented candles, air fresheners, heavily scented litter, and chemical cleaning products can overwhelm them. What smells pleasant to us might feel like a wall of fragrance to a cat. In some cases, strong scents can even cause cats to avoid their litter box entirely. The best approach is using unscented or lightly scented products whenever possible. A neutral-smelling environment helps your cat feel calm and secure. When their nose is happy, their whole world feels balanced. And when your cat feels balanced, relaxed, and understood, that is when their true personality shines. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button and join our channel for more great content.